Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be telling you what my favorites have been for the month of March. I'm sorry that this video is a little bit late, but I've been traveling and things have been a little crazy the past few weeks, so I haven't had any videos go up. However, I did have an exciting blog post go up, and I don't know how many of you follow my blog or know about it, but it is danielleisms.com, and I will have a link below, as well as a link to my special post, which was makeup that was very wearable and easy for all 4 of the Hogwarts houses from Harry Potter. I just thought it was a really fun thing to do. I didn't do a video on it, at least yet, because there are the 4 houses and it would just take a bit of time. But if that's something you guys might be interested in, let me know in the comments down below, and I will have all of that linked down below in the info section. And for now, let's just go ahead and talk about my favorite stuff. First things first, this is an oldie but a goodie, and it is the Naked palette from Urban Decay, the original Naked palette. I have had this for maybe a little over a year now. Actually, it might even be 2 years. I've had this a while, and as you can see, I haven't used up too much of it. It's one of those things that I will use for a while and then put away in my drawer and forget about and use other things. But this is just something that when I do find myself going back to it, I'm always really impressed with how it is. Now, I will say, if you are someone who is not a fan of shimmery shadows, this might not be the best for you. My mom had gone and picked this up, and she actually didn't like how shimmery it was. So if you are someone with more of a mature skin and you want to avoid those shimmers, maybe look at the Naked Basics, or there's a great new IT Cosmetics matte palette. But if you are someone who likes a little shimmer and shine, then this palette is a really great option. It does have 2 matte shades, but all around, I love it. I'm wearing some of it on my eyes today, and the color Virgin, which is the lightest color right here, is still one of my all-time favorite brow bone highlight colors. So an oldie but a goodie, the original, but it's definitely been one of my favorites this past month. Next up, I have the Mary Luminizer from The Balm. Now, this is one of those really hyped up, talked about highlighters. I guess I could have done a hotter hype on this, which I know I am overdue for, but I have been using this for a few weeks and I am so in love with it. So let's skip the hotter hype video and get right to it. This is talked about as being a very potent, very highlighting powder, and that it is. Now, if you are someone with oily skin, this is probably not going to be a good product for you. But if you are someone with normal to dry skin, then I think this is a very nice highlighter. A little bit goes a long way. And I am someone, because I have very dry skin, highlighters can get a little lost on me. For instance, I have the Dior Amber Diamond highlighter. It's beautiful, but it is quite subtle on me. And sometimes I really want that very highlighted cheekbone effect. So this has been amazing for it. It will probably last me a very long time because, like I said, you really only need a little on the high points of your cheekbone. And I have really been loving it. And The Balm is often on HauteLook, so I will put a link for HauteLook down below because I think I got this for like half price, and it's really amazing. And they also have a lot of other products from their range on there, so loving this. Now, you guys all know that I am in love with the Maybelline 24-hour color tattoo shadows from Maybelline, and they recently came out with another line of colors. I'm not sure if it's limited edition or not, but I saw them when I was in Florida. I have not seen them in New York yet, but I hope I do because I want more. And I picked up the color Caramel Cool, which is a really nice caramelly bronzy color. It almost has a bit of a rosy tint to it, but I have been obsessed with this for the last few weeks since I purchased it. It is so pretty. It works really well with the Naked palette or even with the Naked 3 palette as a base, and these are amazing. They are really nice bases for any eyeshadow. They last all day without creasing, and the colors they have pretty much every color you could want. So highly recommended, and just be on the lookout for these newer shades. Now, I really quickly wanted to touch on my Maybelline Baby Skin, which I did do a hot or hype video for. I am still loving this. I am using it a lot. Again, I don't have the largest of pores. In fact, they're fairly normal, but my makeup applies beautifully over this. It seems to kind of smooth out any dry patches I might have on my skin, then of course making the foundation go on a lot nicer. And I want to throw in a quick update. My friend Claire, as well as my mom, who both admittedly have larger pores, purchased this, and they both have told me that they really, really love it and that it does a great job. And they both, in fact, actually showed me. They were very excited about this and they were like, look at me put this on. It really fills in my pores and my makeup goes on nicely over it. So I think we can all say that this was indeed a hot product, and for $6.99 you really can't beat it, and I highly recommend it. Now these next two things I'm really excited about because some of the things I just talked about were new, but some I had tried before and you guys probably all heard a lot about. But these are two things I don't hear too much about in the beauty community. Now the first is this L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer Crown. I have been using this for cream contouring. I picked up the L'Oreal N678 medium deep shade, which means that it's neutral, which I felt would work best for my skin coloring. I will either put this directly onto my skin and just kind of draw in where I want the contour and then blend it out. I will also sometimes apply this directly onto my brush and then blend it into the areas I want to create the shadow and contour on my face. And I have really been loving it, and it is a really great product if you are interested in cream contouring. Now the next item I have been really impressed with and thinking to myself, why didn't I purchase this sooner? And it is something I heard about from Tati over at Glam Life Guru on YouTube. And it is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liquid Eyeliner. It says it's their 2-in-1 lash boosting eyeliner plus serum. So I guess this claims to help enhance your lashes, that it will actually help them grow. I don't know if it really does that, but this eyeliner is one of those felt tip types and it is so precise. It makes applying eyeliner so easy. And if you are someone who struggles with it, I would highly recommend this because you can start out with a really thin line and build it up. I've talked about before, I really like the Jordana Fabuliners, but those tend to be a little stiff, which in my opinion, when you're creating very precise lines and a winged liner look, can make it a little difficult, especially if you don't have a lot of experience doing it. But this one is very bendable. It's amazing. I can't say enough good things about this eyeliner, and I think this might be my new go-to eyeliner. In fact, I know it is. Now, I probably should have talked about this brush right after the L'Oreal concealer stick, but it is the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush. This comes in their limited edition Duo Fiber kit, which I believe is still available at Ulta, and if it is, I will put a link for it down below. But this is the brush I use to contour with, and it's the brush that I mentioned I will put a little bit of the product onto the bristles and then just kind of blend it in to where I want to have a contour. And this brush is amazing. The whole kit is. You guys know I love Real Techniques brushes. So again, highly recommended, and I have been loving this brush for contouring. Next is another item that if you've been watching my videos for a while should be no surprise. It is a Revlon Color Burst Lacquer Balm. Now these are newer to the collection, the lacquer balms as well as the matte balms, but I love them pretty much just as much as the Balm Stains, which were the original lip balms they sold. Maybe not quite as much since these don't claim to stain, and they really don't, so they're not as long wearing, but the color selection is beautiful. And for March, I was really loving wearing the color 120 Vivacious. It's just a really pretty cool toned pink, and it kind of reminds me, if you're familiar with MAC's Girl About Town, in that family of pinks, but it's very easy to apply. You don't need a lip liner, and I just think it's really beautiful. I wore this the other night when I went out to dinner for my second wedding anniversary, and I just think this color is amazing. So again, it is the color 120 Vivacious, and you guys have heard me talk about these Revlon balms before. They're one of my absolute all-time favorites. Okay, so I have two more things for my March favorites, one of which I am wearing, and it is my chain necklace, which is rose gold. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but I am in love with these chain necklaces. I just think they give, I don't know, like a cool style to any outfit you're wearing. It gives them a little more of a harder grungy look. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but I just really like them. I have another one of these in normal gold, and both are from H&M. I believe they are around the $9 to $10 mark, and they're pretty good quality. They haven't started to like tarnish or fade. They don't turn your neck green. They are a teensy bit heavy, but I mean, what were you really going to expect for a chain necklace? But I really, really love these, and I highly recommend them if this is a style that you like. Last but not least are my 2 mugs that I picked up from Disney World. I was in Florida a few weeks ago, and I did Disney for a few days with some friends and my husband and my sister-in-law, and it was really fun. I love Disney. I previously lived in Florida for a very long time, had an annual pass, the whole 9 yards, and I've been missing Disney, so we had to go. And I picked up 2 mugs when we were there. I really couldn't help myself. And actually, I'm gonna start with this one. And I like to call it my Mickey butt mug. And that is because it is Mickey's bottom half. As you can see, this is his tummy and feet, and he has his arm on his hip. And then if you turn it around, it's his booty and his tail. And on the inside, it says Mickey. And I just think this is so cute. I've seen it a couple times, and going into this trip, I knew I wanted to pick this up because I like to collect mugs. It's like the one thing I collect from, you know, different places I go, or like as a souvenir, for instance. Like I have one from a lot of Broadway plays I see because it's just my takeaway souvenir, and I knew I wanted this one, and I found him, and I love him. Had my coffee out of him the other day. I thought it might be awkward because of the shape, but it was fine. I'm just a little nervous about not breaking this, but fingers crossed. And the second one I got, which we saw a little later and we all were really impressed with, is this Epcot mug. As you can see, this is half of the globe or sphere or whatever you want to call it that is the iconic symbol of Epcot, and I'm being told from the other room it is officially known as Spaceship Earth, which is the ride inside of it, but I'm just gonna go with the Epcot sphere because I mean that's what it is. And it's a bit of a clunky mug. It has the 4 posts at the bottom that it sits on. It's a little heavy, and when I decided to buy this, I wasn't thinking I was going to drink tea or coffee out of it as much as it would just be kind of a cute decoration, or maybe like as a candy bowl. It's quite wide and deep, and then on the handle it says Epcot. And I just think it's really cute. We actually were trying to find this at Magic Kingdom before we left on our last day, and we couldn't find it anywhere. But as luck would have it, we found it at the Orlando airport in their Disney store. So we purchased that on our way out and back to New York. And I'm really happy because I love cute mugs and I love Disney. So it's just a double win. And so that is all of my favorites for the month of March. I hope you maybe found out about a new product you might want to try, or just enjoyed watching the video, just kicking it back, watching me talk. I don't know, whatever you like to do in your free time, I guess. But as always, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me comments down below letting me know what you thought of the video, what your current favorites are, and maybe some videos that you would like to see soon. I know I need to get more up. I need to get on a better schedule. I am going to be doing a hot or hype video very soon. I know I am just... As always, if you have not subscribed, please click that button and do. It makes me very happy, and I will see you all soon with a new video. I promise. Bye!